Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR. What old video games do you still play regularly? Until recently, Age of Empires 2. Only reason I stopped was because I switched to Definitive Edition when it came out. AoE 2 is amazing and it still has a great community. It is also very toxic-free, almost. Why did you stop? Or do you mean, you now play that version instead? A bunch of my friends and I started playing that recently. It's been super nostalgic and a lot of fun. Did you play the HD edition? The day feels like what the HD edition should have been. Oh man, Age of Mythology was my crap. Arkantos, Awaken. Clicks on Greek Unit, Prostagma. Maestos. Vulo. Kalos. Gritimos ** corrected to Dritomos by all the below replies, keeping my original comment as punishment. Atimo. Rollercoaster Tycoon, the OG 1999 one. It stands up really well gameplay-wise. Also RCT2 with the Open RCT2 mod. But the original has never lost its fun charm. In case somebody scrolls by and doesn't know this, Open RCT2 has multiplayer. Had some good times playing with a friend. Wii Sports Resort Edit. It makes me super happy to see this many people still play Wii Sports Resort once in a while. My friends and I got so much mileage out of this one. Did you manage to find all of the eye points in the flying mode? That was probably the most fun for me. I did, after 4 years. And then my dad and brother wiped and sold our Wii not 1 month later. Tetris. Just got into Tetris 99. The Battle Royale system is terrifying but addictive. Diablo 2. Stay a while and listen. Greetings stranger, I'm not surprised to see your kind around here. The Secret of Monkey Island. I've spoken with apes more polite than you. How appropriate. You fight like a cow. Quote. I am rubber, you are glue. I have yearly playthroughs of Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past and Chrono Trigger, and I haven't gotten bored of them after all these years. A Link to the Past was probably the first game I ever beat, or perhaps Super Metroid. Chrono Trigger still blows my mind for how innovative it was and still is. And the soundtrack is incredible too. One of my favorite games of all time. Space Pinball on Windows. Where can I get that game? I used to play it on XP, but I haven't been able to find it for years. Space Cadet was actually the demo. Here is the full release edit. Removed the link to avoid possible problems. Just search Full Tilt Pinball on my aid and onware. Battlefront 2. Original. Edit. Didn't expect this to blow up like it did. Thank you all for the awards and for sharing your history, experiences with the game. We've captured another command post. Keep it up. The Confederacy is in control of another command post. Grenade. We've captured a command post. We've lost a command post. Take it back. Watch those wrist rocket. Super Battle Droid, take it down. Just like the simulation. Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing. Watch your flank. For the Chancellor. No one messes with the 501st. We have captured a command post. My friend always gets the N64 out on his birthday. We play GoldenEye, Bomberman 64 and sometimes Mario Kart. Does once a year count as regularly? Oh, and every now and then I'll dig out mine and play Pokemon Snap. I've always felt this was a massively underloved game. I bet it'd be amazing with modern graphics and game engines. Maybe they could even have a course creator mode where people could submit their own routes. Edit. Apparently Pokemon Snap 2 is in the works. Guess I'm buying a Switch. They are making Pokemon Snap 2 atmospheres apparently. San Andreas. I sometimes love to play it and drive around the city and cry for the old days. None of the other games ever captured open world as perfectly as San Andreas. There was something so special about driving through the desert or countryside while listening to some random radio station in the middle of the night to get to the next city. Edit. All my exes live in Texas. Was hoping someone else would say San Andreas. My favorite GTA game for sure. Holds a lot of nostalgia for me. Isn't it funny how every time you start a new game, when CJ is coming back to the hood to start the main story, you the player are also coming back to the hood? The old alleyways and shortcuts. The old Cluckin' Bell you threw up in. The old park where the drive-by happened. The graphics will get old, but the story never will. CJ is in his 50s to 60s in 2020, hope he still ain't a buster. Exclamation mark. Ryder sure ain't gonna be around to call him one lol. Less than edit. Spoiler for a game from 2004. Quake, Doom, StarCraft. I just got the old Doom for my Switch a few days ago and played a bit with my sister. It's a nice walk down memory lane. I play through the Baldur's Gate series every year or two. It's still my favorite series of all time. Was looking for this. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were some of my earliest exposures to the medieval fantasy genre, and rose tinted glasses bedamned. They still hold up. John Irenicus is among the best villains in gaming. Super Mario 64. Now I have the castle music stuck in my head. Yahoo! Yahoo! Speedrunners be like YAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAYAy. That OST though UNFFF. I'm slowly playing through Oblivion for the first time. It's good. I may get Morrowind if I finish it. Morrowind is so good but it's hard to go backwards in the S series. Good luck. If you stick with it, it's an incredibly rewarding game. All the Zelda games. Final Fantasy Tactics. Favorite all-time game. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2-1 is my preferred split screen with friends. Various other SNES games. Edit. Okay, you all convinced me to replay Tactics. I'm gonna try streaming it too. Not really my jam, but why not? I always say that Battlefront 2 was the best game I've ever played. As a kid back then, 100 vs 100 all-out total war in the Star Wars universe was everything I had ever dreamed of. Team Fortress 2. Doc, come on man. Who dispenser here? Erect in a dispenser. The Simpsons Hit and Run. I'm soaring like a candy wrapper in an updraft. RuneScape. I got back into old school like 2 years ago when I heard they released it on mobile, and now I'm 3,200 hours deep and have 7 skill capes. And I can't remember the last time I played a video game that wasn't OSRS. Dude, I swore off RuneScape forever, until it hit iOS. Then I jumped back into it, made an iron, and never looked back lol. Cheers. You never truly quit RuneScape. You just take breaks of different lengths. The Sims 2. Everything about it is perfect to me. The music especially. It has a goofiness and warmth we don't see much these days. And the modding community is quite active too. Cotter. It's on iOS now so you can play mobile. Still the 2 best Star Wars games of all time. Does KOTOR run smooth on mobile? Runs well. Movement controls take a little getting used to, but since combat is turn-based it's not a huge issue. Worth it for the nostalgia. Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. Worms **, this blew up. Simple, stupid, awesome game. So good. 2005 Most Wanted struck a perfect balance between realism and fiction. Especially with the cops. Remember the cops in Midnight Club 3? They just chased you and tried to hit you a bit. But nothing complicated. Contrast that with cops in GTA that quickly snowball into entire armadas. Midnight Club 3 was more realistic. But those cops were kinda boring. GTA's cops were total fiction. But they went a little too far. With Most Wanted the cops were realistic enough that you could actually get a good sense of immersion, while fictional enough that it was still super fun and entertaining getting chased by them. Most Wanted is the only game where I would purposefully try to make my chases longer. not shorter. I would be strategic in letting the cops find me again when I wanted to chase to continue. Not to mention they really put a lot of thought into the programming of the cops. I used to mess with the audio settings and turn the music, the engine, and other sounds way down, and leave the cop chatter way up, because the cops actually talked about what they were planning on doing. They dispatch orders and seconds later they'd follow. You'd hear them say, I've got a green BMW going southbound of 50. Please advise. It made it so fun. No game, for me, has ever had cops that are as fun as entertaining as Most Wanted. Those cops were perfectly balanced. Here is some nostalgia for YAL. Edit. Spelling. I used to go for hour-long pursuits on that game, my favorite racing game ever. Fallout Envy. Feels like I always find something new. GTA Vice City. Freaking classic. The best GTA game with the best soundtrack. Well, I'm about due for another playthrough of the Mass Effect trilogy. Yes, I gotta do it again. I haven't done every romance yet, and I didn't have the mental strength to go full Paragon in all 3 games. This time I am gonna go Renegade. Becomes Paragon for 4th time in a row. I just can't, it's just so mean. Portal. Ratchet and Clank. 007, Nightfire. Oh man, my buddies and I used to play the multiplayer all night, setting all the bots as Yakuza and laughing our asses off when they would get stuck running into a wall. The original Fable. Hero, your health is low. Do you have any potions, or food? Little Big Planet. That game is so nostalgic. I recommend those who haven't played it to definitely do so. Oh, and Rayman. That game is incredibly fun. D. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Crash Bandicoot. Edit. Thank you for the awards, it's my first time. The original trilogy is great as a whole, but Warped is a true masterpiece. Also, I believe that Crash Team Racing was better and more innovative in its time than Mario Kart. Minesweeper. Classic. It's a shame it's not a default game on Windows anymore. I used to play it on the school computers. Smash Bros. Melee. * Online has matchmaking using Slippy. And Project M. * Project Plus is still very active. Mario Kart Double Dash, mainly for its 8-player LAN mode. * Check comments for how to set up on PC. And Melee recently got online netplay with rollback netcode. You can play people online with unbelievable smoothness and responsiveness. For free. Visit slippy.gg for more info. Edit. Wow, thanks for the goal. FF7 and 8. Hogs of War. Age of Empires 2 Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and 3 Edit. There has been a lot of love for Hogs of War. Please check out our Hogs of War to show some love for the game. Several Pokemon games. Total Annihilation, KOTOR 2. Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga. It's a perfect game. Yoshi's Island is fantastic. Just started playing it last year. I would always put it off because I thought that Baby Mario's crying would be too obnoxious to deal with. Big mistake. The game is great. Thanks for watching LWIAR. The best of recent r/AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, check out LWIAR 2. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.